How are my bluish owls doing? How are you? How are you feeling? I hope very well. Sorry if my hand is shaking a bit. The truth is it's failing me right now. My super camera woman who always records me, well, externally, my beautiful wife Yuki, and well, right now, we're doing quite a few things, okay? Look, they brought me. This Gilumpakar, guys, it's not really a device with such good features, okay? It's something very basic already as of today, but well, it's a recent device from the brand Gilumpakar. Right now we're going to see the features, but let's get straight to the purpose of this video. And it's that it has quite a few errors, but they want to format the device using conventional means. Yes. What I'm going to do now is force it to directly enter the Windows Recovery Unit or Recovery Diagnostic System to be able to restore the system. Alright, it's turning on right now. I'm doing this because it no longer gets past the boot screen. It stays stuck loading the HP part, the logo. Suddenly it manages to reach the lock screen. The password is entered, but we get a blue screen. Look, it's turning on. And you saw that it took a moment, right? I'm telling you, it enters the system, reaches the lock screen, but then, once you enter the client's PIN, it completely crashes. And here we have another issue. Look, the drive is encrypted. Lately, all manufacturers, most of them, especially Hinun, Packard, HP, Lenovo, Dell, are encrypting or semi-encrypting the drive so that, obviously, only they, at the warranty level or specialized support, can perform the reformatting. If we try here, it doesn't allow us to do anything. Why? Because we don't have the BitLocker drive encryption key. Well, so there we have a small issue, right? I'm going to click on Skip Drive. It will take us to the diagnostic state, and well, one usually says, well, Victor, I still have a warranty. If the client still has a warranty of about 2 months and 10 days, so we can't open it. We can't handle its internal drive to move it to another computer. Yes, there we go to the current situation we have on the side. Excuse me, it's a mess, guys. Yes, but, well, we can't tamper with it, otherwise we would invalidate the client's warranty, which still has 2 months and 10 days left. Okay? So I'm going directly to advanced options here. And what we would do directly is go to solve the problem. And we are going to reset the device, right? In a conventional way. We are going to activate everything, right? Directly in this option to reset the values. But how will we get the first error? It says error resetting the device. You saw that it displayed the two options for us to download the ISO through servers. Microsoft, which is the so-called cloud recovery downloaded from the cloud. And there's the other one directly injected into the computer. One moment, please. Very well, friends, I apologize. I have a client, I had to attend to them, and that's why I had to cut the video. That's why I asked you for a minute, guys. Now, moving on, it gave us here, error. Well, let's go. We can't do it through the conventional means of the preloaded winner options on this Gilumpakar device. So let's click here on cancel. The user is no longer interested in preserving the information, which makes my job a little easier. And although we could use other types of tools, no, they are not interested in the information, fortunately not. But if it were a client who is interested in the information, things would get complicated because the unit is locked. Even if I put it on another computer, we would have to say trip Carla. There is a way to do it, well, two methods, but they are really very complex. And soon I will bring you that video for the community members. If on the other hand it's not important here, we can completely erase you. If now, what I do is directly turn off the device, I'm going to turn it off. Why doesn't it allow me? Also, even if I try to boot directly from an external drive with a conventional generic Windows downloaded from Microsoft itself, it causes an error. I already tried it a moment ago. I did some tests with the Conventoy external drive. I also made a drive with the MediaCraft tools. It gave me an error. And also, with Rufus, we got errors. So, there's nothing more. Here, go ahead, he says. Well, then let's try it directly with which one? With the recovery application, which gives us Gilumpakar on a secondary partition. Because it's factory installed, therefore it should have it. I'm going to shut down the computer. There, it's already off. We no longer have any indicator LED. let's turn it back on. Of black. And I'm going to press the darn F11 to see if it gives me the options. Is it F11 or F1? The recovery disk partition of Heal Unpacker. And from there, directly call the backup and the system for restoration. There, we have another error. I am calling the recovery partition with the F11 option. But it also shows us on the screen here. You can kind of see it. Sorry, excuse me guys, I don't have a good camera right now. We have F1 for the environment recovery, or F8 to see more options regarding starting or initializing the system. There isn't one. An error code appears. You can kind of see it there. All right. Now I'm going to press what is F1. Let's press it and see if it doesn't give me this error. I'm going to press F1. The computer restarts. I think it gives us another error, or if not, a similar one, but it gives us the same error code and displays the options again. Without further ado, well, if I press now the last one, which would be F8, we also have the same result. Well, here they give us other diagnostic pages, no? Directly so that we can check the manager, because we see that the recovery of the Heal Unpacker partition is also damaged. So, there's no way to get this equipment running. It has a warranty, moreover. I can't open it, disassemble it, and as I said, manipulate the storage unit to be able to perform an installation in some external way, not on a secondary device. Well, if you encounter this problem with your HP or any other similar device, I invite you to stay in this video because you're going to receive some very good tips that will save more than one person's life. Now, I apologize for the long intro, but I wanted to explain the problem in detail. Okay. And well, let's get to the solution. All right, let's go. How's it going, boss? How are you? Hey, happy? Yes, it's really hot. Ah, thank you, boss. Thank you. Guys, she brought me something that we're going to use for this tutorial. This USB will be given to our client so that he can also follow this method in case the same thing happens again with his HP. All right? It's an extra bonus because he will really need it and to make his life easier. Also remember, if you would like us to provide technical support, you can do it with us. And well, community, send it to our workshop with the different, well, also allies we have, the OUI admins of the Duo community. Yes, it doesn't matter if you're not in Mexico. We also have support across Latin America and part of Europe. Eile, for more information, I invite you to join either our Discord or WhatsApp group and inquire about our services, whether remote consulting or in person. Come on, boss lady. Eile, thank you. I almost forgot. Oh, boss, now they've piled up, right? Guys, the intellectuals here are the real deal. And yes, as the little boss says, guys, you have to pay attention to the label here from HP that I'm showing you, okay? Here, it has a small QR. There my finger is moving, okay? Or I'll put it a little higher, okay? The good Capuchin boss says it. You can scan it and it will take you directly to the page with the computer's specifications. Next to this label, which is also appearing here on the screen, I'll put a photograph so you can appreciate it a little better. Well, as the Capuchin says, you will be able to have the product ID, the serial number, and also part of what HP's specialized support asks for, because we are going to do it with their diagnostic tools. Or with that, you could also request a warranty in case you don't have a technician on hand or someone specialized. You can send it directly to HP. Thank you, boss. I'll leave it to you. So, what are we gonna do? Here we have our YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, you already know. Share it. And I'm going to leave you a previous link, a link that we found in everything that is at the global level of HP. And what are we going to do? We want you to first identify what equipment we have. I will leave this page down here in the video description along with the comments. Here it is asking us to enter a serial number, the new product, or the ID number. Here they repeated product number and product name. In case you don't have one of these three at hand, one will suffice. If you have all of them, that's wonderful. In this case, a label we have on this HP, I wrote it down. And here we have it. It's an HP laptop because the entire serial number is provided with the QR when you scan it. It tells you exactly what model it is, what serial number it has, what product number, and what ID it is. In this case, I am going to start directly with the serial number of this computer. I am going to minimize this. I am just going to paste this side and click send. This gives us, as technicians, a logbook. And if the client is really telling us part of the truth, no, about whether the device really has a warranty. Because if it doesn't have a warranty, then I can offer that alternative. It makes things easier for me as a technician because we can disassemble the device without any problem. We take out its NVMe unit, SD, or in this case, mechanical disk, in certain models that still have them, EO, and perform an offline or deferred installation on another computer. But here we see that yes. As I said and mentioned at the beginning of the video, how much time does this device have left? 2 months, with 10 days, right? There is the full model, the serial number, and it gives us different support categories from troubleshooting, virus security, driver software, user driver guide, product specification, registration account, and warranty and repair if needed. It also provides us with a technical sheet of what operating system it has, okay? What processor, okay? As well as all the specifications of this hardware. Okay, let's put no thank you. Everything and how each of the tools is integrated at the component level, there it is. Contact us, product repair, and so on. Well, in this case, I'm interested in repairing the product. The other first options, if it's your case, you can check them without any problem, but right now, what interests me is repairing the equipment and what solution HP can provide me so as not to void the warranty. I must repair the product. And it's sending us to a second, already, screen, right? To the second tab directly. Here it says that, we can directly contact special support from OHP or an HP support assistant to see what else they can offer us. Agreed? Here I'm interested here. Repair the PC. That's what I'm interested in. If the thing here is to repair the PC, automatically. It will display another menu where it gives us, to perform a certain check or to enter the error code that our HP is giving us. And if we have the error code that we saw at the beginning, error number and also the product number, that's why it's important. If for some reason you can't read even the error code, or even if you have the product ID, it doesn't give you any information to see what it can provide us. HP, there is another support tool or several tools. We click here, please. And that's it. Here it asks you what you want to do. Problems with the operating system, battery issues, etc., etc. There are different options. Obviously, what interests me here is this one. The operating system is damaged. And it's not that the storage unit is faulty. It's just that it can't, start Windows. If in your case it's a lockup or freeze, you could select this option. In my case, it's the first one. I'm going to click here. Done. Here it tells us that we need to download a tool called Operating System Checking to see what problem the HP has. But this is good, as long as we can access the device and our desktop. So this part is also ruled out. Because if I start it now, it will download something that will check on this computer I have right now. But it's not the HP, it's my machine, where I do everything, the technical part. So from there, I'm going to take you. I did all this because, there are options and tools that might be useful for you, okay? But there's another one called Cloud Recovery Tool, Support Platform. However, this link, I will also give it to you directly here in the video description, and it asks for your product ID. And see if it's feasible for this. Helium Packard, to provide you with the tools to do our, boot medium? And here we are going to need, no matter what, a USB 3.0, 2.0 of at least 32 GB. It cannot be an external drive. It cannot be an external disk. It cannot be a hard drive that I already have of a certain capacity and put it in a case like the one I have here. Whether it's an M2 directly in our external drive case or the conventional disk. the conventional disk that we put in our little cases, a mechanical disk, we boot, and that's it. This doesn't work with this HP tool. So we need, no matter what, a 32 gigabyte pen drive, at least. I don't know if in the future it will increase. HP. It might not be 32 anymore, but 64. But it requires, no matter what, one of 32 at least. And preferably Kingston brand, Data brand. Corsair brand, it should be, well, a recognized commercial brand. If it's a generic USB, it might have installation issues. And well, we don't want that to happen. Especially if it's going to be given to the client. Well, here it tells us product ID. Here it also tells you that it's near the QR, it's below. In this HP model, it's located right below the QR, with its data to provide the information it's asking for. Very well, as I said, I have it here in the notepad. I have the ID it's asking for, which even comes with a code. There's a hashtag or a pound sign. Let's paste it. And here we have it, right? Let's click here on search, and that's it. Look, yes, it's allowing us to directly download a tool from the Microsoft Store. And here it already tells you that yes, please have a USB of at least 32 gigabyte to be able to start this download and this tool. We click here, and it will send us to what is the HP Cloud Recovery directly from the official Microsoft page. I'm going to plug in the USB here. There it is. Done. Here you see the clip of a new USB that we will be providing. It's not something already used, no. It's completely new and will be used for this purpose. There we have it. I'm going to insert it into my computer. I'm going to open the file network. To have it ready and at hand, I'm going to minimize. Before inserting the USB drive, I'm going to download the tool. Directly from Microsoft, from here, let's download it. It's downloading here, we can see it now. It's an .exe file. We right-click and run it with administrator privileges. We say yes. We close this. We minimize. There we encountered an error because it says that the application requires us to run it with administrator privileges. You just click on accept. We are going to search for the application again here in everything. I'm going to click here on HP. Here we have it. Let's right click on it. Or we select and run as administrator. We say yes. We accept the license terms. Next. Next. Checking the network connection status. That's very important. And it will ask us right now when the diagnosis is finished. Our pen drive. This little window will explain to us later. If we want to give Facebook how we use the HP remote, in my case, I'm not interested. I'm going to click next. And here it is asking us for the product ID again. Did you see it already? Here, in fact, it's already giving it to me by default, but we can still verify it. I'm going to click here again to copy. And if that's not your case, you delete it. You delete it and put it in. Once you set it to automatic, it will identify the product ID. It will say what type of country code it has, and also which operating system needs to be downloaded, or it will boot it on your USB. In this case, we are seeing that it is already a Windows version 64 bits, and it will match the label we have for what is our Gilum Pakara. Therefore, we are backing up the entire log, the regulations, and the client will not lose. Their 2-month warranty, 10 days remaining for this computer. Very well. Before clicking next, here, now we are going to insert our pen drive. Very well, now we can verify if our USB was indeed inserted, and yes, it just appeared here. And here it is, look, 32 gigabyte, guys, no more, no less. We are at the recommended minimum. Once we have inserted the USB, now we can click next. It's pending there, device space. And well, here we already have the first detail. It tells us, as the HP page usually said, that well, we noticed that it is no longer 32 GB. It is requiring a space of 37.96 GB, the code HP. Therefore, this USB will no longer be useful to me. we would need a 64 GB one. I'll get one and repeat the procedure. Well guys, look what I just found. I just found a Xylon Packard of a 2 TB. So now we have the perfect combo for this computer. I'm going to connect it. Done. And there we have it. 2 TB. And it's a USB. We close. We leave it here. We start over again. Sorry. And we click next. Perfect. We click here and we are going to select our disk since we obviously have to. A 64 one also works. Okay. I just found that one in the drawer, in the chest of memories. And well, that will work for us. Okay. I will have to tell the client to buy us a USB to possibly do the cloning. In that case, USB veil goes fast without further ado. It already detected it. We won't be as a warning next. We click on accept. And we have to wait for it to create everything that comes, being the partitions of our Helium Packard installation media officially. Wait for us. Alright guys, well here we have our powerful HP. We are going to indicate it directly on our computer. And well, it's practically the typical installation we've always done for our Windows. It's that simple. I am going to press obviously the keys to be able to start from the computer. And well, there's not much explanation here, just wait for it to boot. We install or reinstall the system from what is our pen drive that we have prepared from HP with the diagnostic tool. Well, without further ado, let's now wait for it to be fully restored. Let's wait. Fetid. Perfect guys, as you can see we have completely finished the restoration of this GIL, a Packard. And well, we see that it comes with both Spanish and English languages. Here's what intrigues me. What version of Windows 11 will it bring? Well, our unit that we have prepared, I don't know if it's the latest build 23H2 or if it already came from the factory with 24H2. Well, let's discover together. Let's go through the form and see and test the method to bypass the account. Microsoft, because we realized that when we saw the features, it came with a version of Windows 11 with SL. Okay? So, to bypass the account and see, it doesn't have any cables, it's connected to the internet. But it will also ask us for Wi-Fi. But we are going to use the method we taught a couple of days ago. Alright? Well, let's see. Guys, glory has been achieved. We have successfully restored this Helium Packard with all the applications, like everything that came directly from the warranty center, and thanks to what is the cloud recovery tools. Okay, there are many methodologies. Guys, on the channel we have different ones, especially HP, we have a variety of tools, as well as tips that might be useful to you. I will leave it down here for you. In the video description, well, all the devices that we have made their video guides. And also for this client. Well, what we did will be very useful to them. In case it ever happens, it could be a bonus because it intrigues me, it doesn't intrigue me. What version of HP do we have? We see that it's the characteristic white paper, well, different from some compilation we had. But what version? Puchuchui. It almost made me jump. But we are seeing that it's another HP distribution, but it's a 23H2. Okay. We are looking at the compilation. Sorry for the camera, guys. It's blurry, okay? But, well, that's it. I also quickly grabbed the mobile urgently, and I'm making this video, well, in record time. Because the client is coming for their computer. And look, we solved it. There we have it. It even has all the HP applications. It has here, well, the infamous McAfee as antivirus. By default, the two applications are pinned to the taskbar. And it also already has Office 365. Okay, another thing we're looking at, I'm going to right click. I'm going to go here to the system part. Ready? Here we have it. we have its specifications. If this helps me focus, it would be sensational, right? But anyway, it's a Windows 11 home, which we have upgraded without any problem with. The video we made a couple of days ago with the new command, well, it's not new. This has been known for all the technical aspects, but it is just now becoming visible to the average user. Because this methodology of settling, the Microsoft account and everything that Microsoft makes us go through post-installation. I hope you liked this video tutorial. Guys, all this tool that I prepared on the USB, plus I will extract the ISO of this Vinted EH2 from this particular device with its technical sheet with the log you saw at the beginning. And you already know that the ISO, so you don't have to go through everything I did. I will prepare it directly for you. If you are a member of Owicron Latino, remember that you have a couple of OEM ISOs from the devices that I receive, so that it makes your work easier, and you can boot it with any tool we have, from a Ropus, a Mentoy, a Sail, whatever you want. Okay? So you don't have to go through everything I did. I just did in this video. Without further ado. Well, for all of you guys, what I just did is available to the public, and so you can replicate it without any issues. But if you want to enjoy the exclusive tools, become Platinum, and we'll be seeing each other. Until next time. Okay? See you, and patrons. Now I really deserve a good kiss. Okay? Let's go.